We have to stop shaming sensitive, highly sensitive people, spiritual beings, earth angels, starseeds, God's chosen ones. We have to stop shaming ourselves, and people generally should stop shaming us. And especially when we are trauma victims, trauma survivors, gone through narcissistic abuse experiences, gone through bullying, gone through serious issues, attacks, assaults, severe psychological abuse. It is so much for a sensitive person when you are a highly sensitive, deep-feeling person, a deep thinker, an introvert soul, you know. It is just too much, and there is not an excuse for abuse. And also, what is coming to me right now, that you have to stop sacrificing yourself. You have to stop self-sabotaging yourself, your health, and your life. When you are a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person, especially a woman, starseed, a chosen one of God, you are an earth angel. So it means that you are here to help the world and the people, the animals, everything in it. Like what I've done my entire life. We always usually help others, and we forget about ourselves. And now is the time that you step up in your life. If you see this video, if you found my work, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, for example, you need to step up. And a huge part of that waking up process, stepping up process into your healing empowerment, into your happiest life ever, how it is supposed to be, is that you become aware of when you are being disrespected and abused. It usually manifests in your body, in your mind, with these feelings. The abuse, the disrespect manifests in these types of feelings that are very heavy on you. You can feel attacked, you can feel ashamed, you can feel guilty again, anxious, scared, fearful, insecure, because their only purpose is to be putting you down. And of course, again, it can remind you of your narcissistic parents, because likely you have had to endure narcissistic parents in your childhood. And narcissistic parents do not raise a child. They do not support a child authentically, because they are not authentic themselves either. They don't respect and love themselves fully either, so they cannot give those things to the child. They are abusing the child. Narcissistic parents abuse their children, and then they leave them basically for dead. You are abandoned, you are neglected. As an adult, you can wake up suddenly that this has been your reality all along your life. But now is the time that you are stepping up, becoming the healthiest version of yourself, being the strong one. You have had to be a fighter all your life, but now you must embrace all of it to have healing and inner peace. You cannot have full healing and inner peace if you do not understand yourself, what you have gone through. If you do not understand how you function, your soul, your higher self, your identity, your own power and strength, if you do not start to support yourself, you will not be able to heal and move on authentically and fully. My work, my posts, my videos, everything that I've created, everything that I do, including my self-help book and my one-on-one sessions, are only for my soul clients. You can be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. And your age really doesn't matter either to me, because I can face you empathetically and honestly, and I can guide you forward, and I can support you and give you the advice and the right, authentic, honest tools that you might need right now in your life. Because if this resonates, if my energy, my message, my videos, my posts resonate with you, then you are in the right place. If you're not, keep on scrolling, of course. I don't need, of course, anyone who is not authentically my soul client. And I know that my soul clients will recognize that I am for them. But of course, the key is that you recognize yourself from what I have been talking and writing and posting. And my book will also be able to serve you, and my sessions will be able to serve you, because you have a similar life story like I have, a similar background. You resonate with my energy. You are a light being, but you want help and support as well, like you have always been giving to others. And it is really universal guidance that you have found me and my work. And so do reach out and do purchase my book and start implementing it in your life. Start supporting yourself, because if you are ready to rise up, then do this. And you should be ready to rise up. So, so the next time somebody is insulting you and bullying you, disrespecting you, gaslighting you, manipulating you, you have to pay attention to it. And I can help you with this process. Of course, I can only help my clients one-on-one if they actually book a session with me. Of course, otherwise it's impossible for me to reach out to every single person, because we can have so many different situations and life stories, like I've been saying. So simply, my videos and my book are simply not enough. If you need more targeted support, authentically and honestly. But yeah, you have to start recognizing these patterns when this happens. So start recognizing what is going on. I just noticed that I accidentally typed a typo on the word again, but I'm just letting it be, because I'm just being authentic and I make mistakes like everyone else. We all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. As human beings, we just simply make mistakes. And that is how we have to let ourselves be, so that we can actually breathe as well. We're not here to be some, perfect light figures, just healing the world. We also have this human life, this human aspect, human body and feelings and thoughts and experiences. So it is a huge part of this life naturally as well, and should be embraced. Because I have said this before, but in case you need to hear this reminder, that as an adult you are responsible for your own life. And of course, if you have children and pets, for example, you are responsible for them as well. You are responsible for many things. Nobody else can be looking in the mirror for, on your behalf and making your life choices, making your life better. You have to do the healing. You have to do the heavy lifting in your life. Of course, lean on God. Of course, lean on the universe, your angels, Mother Mary, all of the invisible support system that is always there for you. They love you authentically. God loves you authentically. And because I know from my own experience that this process is, far from easy and simple. That is why I've been creating my services and, been speaking up, because I got the strength to finally do so. I finally started to listen more to myself, to my intuition, to pay attention to God and the universe, my angels, and everything that has been guiding me towards this. So, it's been a long journey. And of course, those people who just see my profile, for example, on Instagram, or see my YouTube channel, you don't know the process, you don't know the whole story, the whole journey that I've been going through. But in my book, for example, I'm sharing some of it. And so there are days when you simply feel like you cannot get out of bed. There are days when you can feel very fearful, insecure, and anxious, and alone and isolated, that you are just crying for hours on end. You are repeating everything in your mind that you've been going through, the toxic bullshit treatment from others. But the good news is that you are discovering your way out the more you just face yourself and get to know yourself and discover your own strength and identity, empowerment from within. Nobody can hand you those things. You have to, seriously, you have to do the work. You have to face them, all the feelings, the experiences, everything. You have to look in the mirror and you have to look at yourself and face them. But now you have to understand that, many people are just projecting onto you their bullshit that is not your problem to carry. You have to let go of so many things that are not yours to carry when you want to move on. There's so much work that you need to do within yourself, for yourself, that you simply cannot have the time and energy to be always taking care of other people's business. And adults have to take accountability and responsibility for themselves. They cannot be blaming others. They cannot be expecting other people to carry their issues, their traumas, to fix them, to heal them. No, they have to do what is right, and they have to grow up and heal and evolve as well. So one way to do this is to start noticing the deal breakers. Start practicing your healthy boundaries with others, communicating. When something doesn't feel right, you will feel it because you are sensitive, you are an empath. You will feel it in your body if someone or something is not for you. And of course, even more so if they are bullying you and attacking you, calling you names, for example, being negative, being toxic, yelling at you. Because otherwise you will be sacrificing yourself. If you keep dealing with these kinds of people, you don't set your boundaries, you will be sacrificing yourself. You will be burned out. You will be drained out by them because they are energy vampires and they are unhealthy. They won't support you. They will not do the work for you. You have to do the work. So start paying attention to this. For so long, I was approving so many people into my life, into my energy field, into my presence, into my mind, near my body, in my home. I was approving so many toxic people who did nothing but hurt me. So of course, it was only leading to my demise. So yes, it is unhealthy. You have to understand your own value and worth and start protecting yourself. So if somebody is making you cry, if they're raising their voice at you, they're putting you down, calling you names, making you question and doubt yourself and your skills, your abilities, making you question your faith in God, in yourself, in this universe, making you feel unlovable, making you feel like you are not loved, you are not accepted, you are not respected. They are not respecting you, because if they would not make you feel uneasy and uncomfortable and attacked. So pay attention to how people are treating you. You are not supposed to be chasing after validation or chasing after anyone. Just approve yourself.